All right. Look like looks like Breeve's having fun. What about you, Fee? You having fun? I want to die. Nah, you love your job. No, you're right. I'm gonna miss this. So what's with all the paperwork? Well, our schedule was cut short, so in order to give Breve as much hands-on experience as possible before I'm shipped off, Dash and I are going to cram everything in during this trip. Relocation reports, enrollment applications progress, summaries, program certificates. Oh, so bullshit basically. Yup. Wait, this one looks familiar. What's an MPR? Monthly progress report? Oh no, that's a missing persons report. Wait, I heard about this. You ended up finding him, right? Yup, he's over there in the other cart. We still gotta fill that out though. Dang. Even Good News has paperwork. Yeah, it's a pain. Wait, Dash, can you do the missing persons report cancellation? Sure, no problem. Where is it? Graves got it. Actually, I filled one of those out before. You have? Yeah. Did you hear about that whole runaway nun incident a few weeks ago? Runaway nun. Oh yeah, Paige told me about it. It wasn't here. I wasn't here for that. I heard you guys didn't find her. We didn't, but it did give me a lot of experience with these reports. I could fill this one out for you guys if you want. Really? Sure, hop on. In. Let me redo that. Sure, hop on in. His file's in here somewhere. Knock yourself out. She hops into the carriage. Or is that a boy? Looks like a girl to me. Hops into the carriage. Gilly's driving the horse. So, was it worth it? What do you mean? Your job. Oh, absolutely. Getting to watch these kids grow and succeed, it's my favorite thing. Despite knowing you all these years, I never really had a grasp on what you do exactly. All I've heard from others is that it's like babysitting. Huh? What? Babysitting? I'm offended. Step on the gas, Gilly. Step on the gas and smack that ass. That's the lamest joke I've ever said ever. All right. Where was I? I'm pretty sure that's underrepresenting it a bit. Well, we're not baby sitters for starters. Oh, I'm not doubting you. I just want to hear from the woman herself. With all the recent attacks, we get more and more displaced orphans. The kingdom doesn't really know what to do with them, so they just stick all the boys in military school and the girls in convents. A bunch have tried to run away, but they always get hurt or end up in prison or get eaten by monsters. Yeah, yikes. I remember you being really unhappy with the state of things back when we first met. Oh, it's worse. Oh, it's the worst. There we go. We all grew up in this system. We already know it sucks. There's absolutely no regard for these kids' mental health. Yup. But what could we do? We're in the middle of war, right? A workaround to their mental state? I guess you could call it that. We somehow managed to convince the Silver Mine to fund an intermediate program for them, with the main goal of improving their mental health. How? I have no idea. They must have liked Dash's representation. Yes. Hey, I'm a good presenter. Do some real quick. The second to the last panel to the bottom part. I missed a balloon. Balloon. From what was it? Oh, it's the worst. I guess it's something else. Oh, I did. Ah. Okay. I'll redo that page. We all grew up in the system. We already know it sucks. There's absolutely no regard for these kids' mental health. Yep. But what could we do? We're in the middle of war, right? Well, Dash and I said screw it, and we figured out a workaround. A workaround? A workaround to their mental state? I guess you could call it that. We somehow managed to convince the Silver Mine to fund an intermediate program for them, with the main goal of improving their mental health. How? I have no idea. They must have liked Dash's presentation. Hey, I'm a good presenter. Well, even with our program up and running, it still sucks. Like, obviously, it'd be way better if they didn't have to be placed into military school to begin with, and we weren't able to do anything for the girls. That's a whole can of worms. Yeah, but at least now we've been able to give the boys some sort of emotional security, like a safety net, instead of being hung out to dry by the kingdom. So it's like babysitting and more less like babysitting and more like a big adoptive family, somewhat. But I wouldn't call myself their mother per se. We simply treat them like human beings. We see them for who they are and try to help them with their problems without judging them or trying to manipulate them. Who's that? Are these all what the kids are saying, or is it just one of them saying this? Faye's still talking. Okay. Most of them have experienced some form of trauma, and when we receive them, they're still trying to process it. Some are better at it than others, but almost none of them have the necessary emotional skills to do so properly. Heck, most adults don't. All we can really do is offer help non contingently, friendship and an open ear, whatever. We try to build the best rapport with them that we can with them without trying to bribe them or coerce them or anything. Sucks because we're only given 2 weeks of that. This time we only get 2 days because that's how long it'll take to get to Altagra. How often do the kids act up? Oh, all the time. It's honestly a dream to get a group as good as this one. They've still got time. Yeah, you mean besides this whole missing person incident, I'm filling a report out, right? Oh, yeah, besides that. That whole thing turned out to be sort of an accident anyway, so I assumed you meant like actually acting up. Yep, doesn't count. Oh, okay. Well, then, what kind of stuff are you referring to? Yeah, bullying is the main one. That and fighting the staff, or kids just shutting down and not wanting to do anything. That one's tough. It breaks my heart when they won't eat. Don't ever go on a diet around Fee. She will cry. You were just skin and bones back then. You're gonna die. But we've gotten through all of it. The thing I always tell my staff is don't become the enemy. No matter how bad it gets or how much the kids push your buttons, because trust me, these kids can be assholes. We have to remain calm at all times. I got a group of staff running the same program over in Windshift. I've interviewed and trained so many people, but the number one biggest problem started by far, and the main thing that everyone seems to struggle with is this. Oh, to be continued. Friday. Is that this Friday? Or that Friday? That's another lame joke. GG's. All right, all right. Do we ever learn this character's name? Was it mentioned in the previous panel or the previous chapter or part? Grave. Okay, cool. Grave. Alrighty, alrighty. It's getting interesting, getting interesting. The next part is the final part for this chapter, or am I mistaken? He mentioned it briefly. Okay. Final part. Okay.